Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on the new moon solar eclipse, which is happening on December the 14th. And as I go live to share this video, we are in between eclipses. So a couple weeks ago, we experienced the lunar eclipse, the full moon in the sign of Gemini. And in between eclipses is a time of transformation. It's a time of transitioning. And eclipses are always super powerful. They're like energetic resets from the universe that bring you back to the path you were meant to be on. So there's always a lot of releasing that happens in eclipse season and a lot of intention setting and looking toward what you are creating. But this specific eclipse season is amplified. It is extra powerful, and I want you to keep that in mind as we go over the energies of the eclipse today, that we are leading up to December 21st, which is the dawn of a new paradigm. We have Saturn and Jupiter meeting up in the sign of Aquarius on that day. So this is not a regular new moon. This is not a regular solar eclipse. There is a lot of energy at play here. So as you join me, definitely say hi. You know I love to welcome you in. I see I have Amber here and Jillian and Gail. Cindy, so great to have you here. Feel free to share with me what your intentions are. So a solar eclipse is by definition a new moon, and this one is happening in the fiery, passionate sign of Sagittarius. So anytime there is a new moon, there's a conjunction between the sun and the moon, and it is that energy of a new beginning. But what is interesting about this specific eclipse is there's also a lot of releasing going on. So we are waking up to a new future. We are preparing to step into a new paradigm. And part of that means leaving behind a lot of old soul contracts, a lot of karma. There's a lot surfacing for people right now to be healed, to be integrated as we prepare to step into not only this new year, but again, stepping into a new paradigm. So if you are new to me, my name is Kara. I am a master astrologer. I'm also an Akashic Records practitioner, and I love working with these sacred tools to support spiritual entrepreneurs in elevating their business so you can amplify your impact and tap into new levels of wealth. Because when you connect back to your energetic blueprint, you unlock your innate magnetism. So attracting soulmate clients becomes easy, it becomes fun, and you become super clear on the divine soul message that you are here to share with the world. And both astrology and the Akashic Records connects you back so deeply to what that blueprint is, and not even just the blueprint for your life, but the blueprint for your business as well. So getting back to this new moon solar eclipse happening in Sagittarius, so on the 14th, so let's take a look at the Sagittarius energy. We are in Sagittarius season as well. So this is all about the seeker, the visionary. It is the energy of abundance. It is the energy of joy. It is the ability to see beyond what is to what is possible. So it's a very optimistic energy. It is ruled by the planet Jupiter. It is very expansive. It is very like hopeful energy. Like anytime I think of the energy of Sagittarius, it is that energy of like tomorrow is another day with infinite possibilities, with pure potential, with no mistakes. Like it's this ability to really hone in on the vision we have for our life and what is possible when we release and let go of any limitations that stand in our way. So at the time of this eclipse, we also have Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius as well. And Mercury governs communication, knowledge, and learning. And right now we are getting major upgrades to our mind and how we see the world and what we see as possible. And we are releasing on a deep level. Like if you follow my videos on the moon cycles, I often talk about manifesting with the moon cycles, looking at the full moon as a way of releasing, healing, and clearing, and the new moon of setting intentions. But this is elevated to a whole new level at this time. Again, the releasing we are doing right now is like releasing karma that we have carried with us for too long, that we're ready to let go of. It's releasing patterns and soul contracts we've been stuck in, where you may see these certain patterns in your life just playing out again and again. Like, we're ready to release this. We're ready to let go. So if you're feeling like extra tired right now, or maybe you're just trying to process and integrate everything that has happened this past year, give yourself that space, because we really we really are stepping into a whole new energy on the 21st with that great conjunction. And I actually did a video, I did a masterclass earlier this week where I go into detail around this great conjunction that's happening on the 21st and how it really is a beginning of a new 200-year cycle. So we're ending a 200-year cycle and we're stepping into a new one. And there's going to be a lot of changes and progressions and advancements that go with that. And it's also happening in the element of air. So we're having new ideas that are dropping in, new creative solutions. And we're really like at a time right now, globally, as well as in your personal life, where solutions that worked in the past are not going to work anymore. And that what that means is there are newfound solutions that are going to come through that are really going to support you in moving forward. So let me know if this is resonating so far, what's coming up for you. Hello, Robin. Hi, Kate. So great to have you here. If you are just jumping in, feel free to say hi, because I love to welcome you in. Even if you're on the replay, I go back and I check all my comments. I love hearing from you and how you're experiencing this energy and what's coming up for you and what you are working on creating and manifesting in your life right now, because this is potent energy. This is powerful energy. And it's, you know, we also are at a space right now, which I think is so beautiful, where we can tune in and really ask ourselves, what is it that I want to create? Not only for myself, but for the collective. What do I see as being possible for our world? The harmony, the freedom, the peace, like, what do I see in my heart as possible? As we step into this new energy, it's about dreaming bigger. It's about really envisioning the type of planet and world we know we can live in and we know we can create. And that Aquarius energy, and again, this is the new paradigm. Some astrologers are calling it the age of Aquarius that we are officially kicking off on the 21st. Either way, what you can know is it is a new 200-year cycle, and it's a very, very different energy we are now playing in, and a new energy we are stepping into. And that Aquarian energy is all about community. It's all about groups. It's all about expansion for the collective. And at the same time, it recognizes the role of the individual within that. And that's where I love this energy from my fellow light workers and healers at this time, where it really is your time to get out there and share your gifts and share your wisdom and be that divine channel, because collectively we are so needing that right now. We're needing your gifts, we're needing your wisdom, and people are opening up to being able to see outside the box a little more, to think of new solutions, to kind of put an end to doing things in like the status quo way, the traditional way. We are ready to play in a new energy. We are ready to play in a new frequency. So again, keeping that in mind, that the solar eclipse in many ways is paving a way for that new energetic reset in your life. So you definitely want to take note on the 14th of what you are releasing. So what you're letting go of that is no longer coming with you. So this eclipse is happening on the south node. So eclipses are always activating the nodal axes in astrology. And the south node is related to our karma. It's related to the past. So when I'm doing astrological readings for people, or I'm looking at your birth chart, which is your divine soul blueprint, looking at your nodes, the nodal axes in your chart gives so much information about what your soul is here to do this lifetime, the evolutionary journey that you are on. And the south node specifically in your chart is what you are letting go of, what you are releasing, as well as strengths and talents you have mastered early on in your life or even in past lives that are here to support you on this life journey now. So for the collective, we have the south node now in the sign of Sagittarius, and that's what's being activated. That's what's being illuminated at the time of the eclipse while it sits next to the sun in Sagittarius. So there's a few different ways that we can look at this. So the Sagittarius energy in the south node there is about rewiring our belief system and our subconscious programming on a very, very deep level. So the subconscious mind in many ways will determine what plays out in your life. We are operating from the subconscious, these ingrained beliefs that we have formed. Now, there is ways we can become aware of that by looking at what we are creating in our life, by looking at how we are feeling. There's definitely energetic ways to tap into that as well. I mean, through astrology, through the records, we can get a glimpse at what's happening in our subconscious programming. Now, collectively right now, we are asked to question what we believe to be true about ourselves and the world. Really letting go of like dogmatic thinking, of thinking like, I've got all the answers, I've got all the solutions, and we're more stepping into a phase of being open, of being curious, of being willing to see things in a new way, willing to challenge that programming that has been playing for us. And when I say this is globally we are doing this, but it's also individually. So in working with this eclipse energy, become very aware of what that programming is in your life. And you may also be feeling as well, and this is probably already coming in. Let me know if you're tuning in, like how you've been feeling with these eclipse energies, what's coming through for you, if you have been feeling extra tired, or maybe you're getting new intuitive downloads, new intuitive gifts coming on board. I'm definitely curious to hear, because this solar eclipse has the ability to illuminate in a way like never before what those subconscious patterns are. It can really help you put the puzzle pieces together in your life. So maybe there's been like this long-standing struggle with money and finances, and this eclipse comes in and you have newfound insight of how to open up to allowing money to flow into your experience. Or it may be in the relationship area for you, where you've struggled in relationships and suddenly you have this insight of, oh, I've been carrying this old belief that was passed down from my mom or my grandma, and it's time to let it go. Like, it's a lot of deep, deep rooted healing and releasing work that we are doing, so we can step into this new paradigm being very connected to our higher self and under the influence of our soul and our higher self instead of the fear mind. All right, I want to check in here. Oh, Christy's feeling sad and tired. There's a lot of emotion coming up. Oh my goodness, Christy, you are not alone. Like, again, we have a lot surfacing that we may have been carrying around with us for a long time that we weren't even aware of. But know for sure that as this is coming up, it's coming up to be healed and released, or examined and explored, not to take us back into an old pattern. And I think that's just like so important to keep in mind when we have patterns or things from the past that begin to resurface, and sometimes we may feel like we're going backwards or we haven't made progress, and that just isn't the case, especially when it's happening at the eclipse. It's coming up to let you know it's ready to be released, it's ready to let go. And depending where you are on that journey, you may be noticing some of these patterns, but your emotional reaction to them is different. So like you're noticing an old thought coming up, but you don't have the same emotional charge to it, because we really are able to also see at this time the evolution we have made. So again, if you're noticing these themes from the past re-emerging, don't allow it to take you backwards. It's not meant to take you backwards. It's coming up to be healed and to let go of. All right, let me see here. I think I saw Lorena jump in. Amanda, hello, how are you? Heather, still sleepy, woke up late, had a nap. Still could crawl into bed. Oh, Heather, my goodness, I've been feeling tired the last few days too. I've been like getting so much sleep. Although in fairness, I stay up late. I'm such a night owl, and then I sleep in the morning, and my client calls, like I rarely book a client call before noon. Like 12 o'clock is usually the earliest that I work with a client. I mean, I am flexible in time zones, but usually it's noon, but I don't mind going later into the night. I tend to get energy as the day goes on, but I've been finding like I've needed extra rest too. I'm like, oh my goodness. So give your body extra rest. It's completely normal to be feeling a little more tired right now, because we are doing a lot of healing work. We're doing a lot of integrating. And I think in the collective as well, there's still, you're probably like, of course there's still this in the collective energy. There's fear, there's a little bit of chaos happening. And if we're really attuned to that as light workers, or we're highly sensitive, we can pick up on that a little bit too. So that's where it is so important that we are staying nice and grounded. We are staying under the influence of our higher self. And that's actually a really, really good question to ask yourself and tune into throughout the day. What are you under the influence of in any given moment? Is it the guidance of your higher self? Is it the guidance of your soul? Or is it the fear mind, and is it old programming? Because right now you're really going to have that ability to have the awareness of what is kind of playing, right? The script, the storyline that's playing in your life, and you're really able to shift that and choose again. So that's where the south node's really coming in here, releasing that karma, releasing the soul contracts as we prepare to go into this next stage of our journey. So a lot of relationships are changing in big ways too. Now, of course, a lot of the relationships are going to continue with us, but you may even find that, you know, certain patterns or problems that were at play in your relationships in the past are finally being resolved. Or you're just forgiving and you're letting it go, and it's like moving into a new direction. And at the same time, really pay attention like to the people that are coming into your life at this time, like who's coming in, because they're playing a really big role. So really pay attention to that. Who is coming into your experience, because they're probably going to play a big role coming into the new year. Amber, oh, my cat did that. No worries. Yeah, I was just looking at them like, what is that? Is that? I totally can understand that. My cat, well, now she's like sitting over in her chair being quiet, so hopefully she stays there, but I totally get how cats can like crawl around on things and make marks on our computer for sure, for sure. Yes, okay, so we're doing the releasing, we're doing the healing, we're doing a lot of letting go. Trying to fix my phone now too. I'm like, now you can see the top of my my background, which really isn't the end of the world, is it? Okay, that's good, whatever. So we are doing the healing, we are doing the releasing, we are doing the letting go, and then at the same time, it is a solar eclipse. It is a new beginning. So really taking time to look at what is this new journey that's now opening for you. What are the things that you've been working on creating or manifesting in your life that are now coming to fruition? Or perhaps you now realize that you don't actually want what you thought you wanted, because there's, again, this is like a huge energetic reset. So there's a lot of even re-examining, what is it that I want right now for my life, for my business? What do I really value? What really lights me up? What am I here to contribute at this time? There's a lot of that energy. So I'm going to take a look here at some of the aspects at play as well. I've got the chart pulled up behind me. Okay, so the main one is the moon is trining Mars in Aries. So we've got the moon, we have the sun, we have the south node and Mercury all teaming up together in Sagittarius, and they're trining Mars in Aries. So this is double fire energy. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Mars in the sign of Aries is a very, very fiery energy as well. So you may be feeling this newfound drive to really move forward in your life, to be like, okay, what do I want to create now? Where do I want to go? At the same time, how this can play out as well is maybe bringing up feelings of frustration or anger. And be aware right now, like if things are happening in your life or certain situations are arising and maybe your impulse is to respond in anger or have like a knee-jerk emotional reaction, sit back, take a breath, and decide what you really want to say, because this Sagittarius energy and Mercury in Sagittarius is known to be very outspoken, very impulsive, in the shadow side or lower octave. It can say things and then later be like, oops, I shouldn't have said that, or I didn't mean to say that, or not realizing the impact of your words. And Mars in Aries is very much kind of like that as well. It's just like, let's do this, let's go, let's just be impulsive about it. So be aware of the impact your words have at this time. Be aware that your responses to what is happening around you may be emotionally charged right now. And really give yourself like that opportunity to step back, take a deep breath, and ask, how do I really want to respond to this situation? How do I want to respond to this person? And how can I say something that's still in alignment with how I feel and what I want to say, where maybe I'm not like gonna totally regret it later and be like, what did I do? So we really want to cultivate that awareness right now, because at the same time we have this fiery energy that is very outspoken, kind of impulsive. Coupled with that, we have a lot that's surfacing right now that may have been buried for a long time that we're really looking at. Like, we're like, okay, it's finally time I say this. It's finally time I express myself in this way. So we want to do this from a place of being conscientious as well. Maybe even deeper than that, intentional. Being intentional with what those responses are. So that can be a little bit of the shadow side of this, but again, in the highest expression, the higher octave, and this is where we have free will when it comes to studying the cosmic shifts. is we still get to choose how we react to this information. And even at this incredible time in history where we're stepping into this new paradigm, we are creators within this. We really get to determine in many ways how this all plays out, how we come together to create a better earth for all of us during this time of ascension. So it really, we do have a lot of free will within this. So this energy can really give you that drive and passion to move forward on your path. Sagittarius is the seeker. It is the visionary. That's where this eclipse is happening. That's where this new beginning is happening. So really being able to hone in and say, what is it I desire to create? And feeling excited about it, feeling the universe backing you up, knowing in your heart what is really, really possible for you, new levels of success, new levels of wealth, getting your message out there in bigger ways than ever before. It's all possible. These new timelines and portals are really opening up to support you with that. And that's the highest expression of this energy, is really being able to tune into that and to claim it and own it for yourself and your life. So if you're just joining, say hi so I can welcome you in. I think I saw Tina and Kathy jump in, and Tanya, so great to have you. Rhonda, feel free to share your new moon intentions. Kendall's here. So I want to share as well that I have opened up spots for a one-on-one mentoring opportunity with me that is 60 days working with your divine soul blueprint. So we'll be working with your unique astrology and your Akashic records to help you create expansion in your business. So this is specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs who are looking to amplify their impact and tap into new levels of wealth. I am going to support you in doing that by harnessing these cosmic energies, and then of course combining that with aligned strategy as well. So the strategy that's needed to scale your business to 10K months and beyond, whatever you desire, really giving you the strategy and the energetic work to do that, because the strategy is important, but honestly the energetic work is the magic. The work with your astrology and the Akashic records just pulls it all together beautifully. So message me if you are interested in that and you want to go deeper. Like if you're feeling these changes within yourself, you know you have a powerful message to share with the world, you know you're ready for new levels of impact and wealth, this will fully support you. So reach out if you're interested in that. Okay, so what else is happening with this amazing chart? There's so much going on. So when I study these charts, I just pull up and look at the different aspects, get a feel intuitively as well for the different energy. So the other aspect this eclipse is making is the moon is forming a square with Neptune. This is really interesting because Neptune is the energy of transformation. It's who we are beyond this physical body. It's who we are on an energetic level. It's who we are on a soul level. And Neptune has actually been playing a really big role throughout this year in the new and full moons. It keeps introducing its energy into the equation, and here it is again at this pivotal time, forming a square formation with the eclipse energy, with the moon and the sun and Mercury in the south node. So Neptune in the lower octave can really lead to some confusion. If we're really stuck in the shadow side of this Neptune energy, we may be confused about what direction to go, second guessing our decisions, feeling like the path isn't quite clear. And if we are, I mean, that's totally okay, but the invitation from there is to lean in and let your heart and your intuition guide you, because the key with working with Neptune energy is to not be too much in your head, not trying to figure it all out, not trying to have all the solutions, but trusting that there's an energy bigger than you at play. Like even your higher self, you had intentions coming into this physical body of what you wanted to create, what you wanted to experience, what you wanted to share with the world. That's all at play. That's like an energetic vortex that's there for your human self to tap into moment to moment. And then you have your spirit team that's also wanting to co-create with you. And at times we cut ourselves off from all of that support and we try to rely on our human strength alone. And when we do that, things get hard. And things get confusing. And we're human and that's okay. We have all been there. But again, use that as an invitation to say, let me open up. Let me open up to the support that surrounds me. Let me feel into my heart. Where is it guiding me? there's so much wisdom within us from our intuition. Like our intuition, I don't know, maybe I talked about this in my last video. I remember sharing this before. Like your intuition, it holds so much information from your subconscious as well. So there's only so much we can be like consciously aware of in our life moment to moment, but our subconscious holds so much information about what we need, what we've learned on our soul path and journey. And when you're accessing your intuition, you're tapping into all of that. So you're tapping into like a wealth of information. And then further than that, I feel our intuition is very connected to our soul, which is connected to infinite intelligence, which knows the path we are meant to be on and the decisions we are meant to make. So when you connect into that, you are divinely guided. So that's your key with working with this energy in the highest expression. When you feel that confusion coming in, lean back a little and ask if you are really trying to figure it all out on your own, or if you're sinking in to this beautiful life force energy that wants to co-create with you. And it's a totally different energy we slip into when we hold that intention for our life. Joyce is saying this is resonating. Thank you for sharing that, Joyce. Feel free to share any comments. Hello, Debbie, how are you? Hi, Ashley. If Michaela's here too, hello. Feel free to share as well what you are creating in this energy. This is like, I know I always talk about intention setting, and I think having these rituals in our life are actually really important. They're a big part of connecting to the divine feminine energy, to the goddess energy, is having these rituals where we honor the cycles of our life and the larger cycles as well, right? Of like the cosmic cycles. It's so powerful and potent when we're able to work and harness that energy. But if there was ever a time to do your healing and releasing and intention setting, it is in this energy right now. It is the energy, and have fun with it too, right? Again, this new moon eclipse is happening on the 14th, but even the days leading up to it, just become extra aware of what's surfacing, what's coming up for you, and what you are now choosing to let go of as well. I think really being intentional about what we're choosing to release, and even we're using that wording, right? If I choose to release lack and scarcity, and I'm choosing to step into abundance and prosperity, I'm choosing to release struggle and overwhelm, I'm choosing to step into ease and flow, and claiming that for your life and business, claiming what life now gets to look like for you. Because there's certainly things that happen in our world that are outside of our control and can cause us to feel that fear and that anxiety and that feeling of chaos. But the more that we cultivate that internal connection to ourself, to our soul, to our higher self, we're less shaken by the things that are happening around us because we've accessed that internal power. And from that space, you become a conscious creator. From that space, you create amazing, miraculous results in your life because you're guided by something that's so much deeper than just reacting to what's happening around you. And I think that's really crucial to keep in mind always, but especially at this powerful time. And knowing that how you show up, your thoughts and your energy, they have such a beautiful ripple effect in the world. Like you truly have the ability to make such a difference through your actions, but also through your energy and through your thoughts. Like our thoughts and beliefs hold a vibration, they hold a frequency. And that energetic effect is felt by everyone in the world. So the more moment to moment you return to that space of love, of worthiness, which automatically happens when we're aligned to our higher self, we create that positive ripple effect in the world. And the more people doing that, the more we have this world that feels harmonious, that feels loving, that feels more like unity while still embracing each of our unique qualities and our innate magic, because that plays a role too, right? It's like we're all one, but we're also individual expressions of infinite intelligence, and it's important that we honor our uniqueness. And this age of Aquarius, if you want to call it that, the age of Aquarius, this new paradigm, this new portal is exactly about that. It's embracing your special kind of magic. It's embracing what makes you unique and trusting that that benefits collective energy. That's what leads to expansion. Thank you for all the hearts and the love. So fun to share this space with you today. So once again, before we wrap up, if you're interested in doing some work together one-on-one, I have my one-on-one mentoring open. So reach out to inquire about that. And this is specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs looking to expand their business, amplify your impact, tap into new levels of wealth, attract those soulmate clients, and to work with this powerful energy, this potent energy right now to really create that expansion in your business, because your message needs to be out into the world more than ever. More than ever it is needed. So if you're feeling that call, reach out and we can chat. Thank you so much, Tina. All right, I feel like that's probably everything I want to share right now. So I'm going to let you take that in, integrate that, take what resonates, share your takeaways. You're so welcome, Leanne. Sending so much love and light to you all, and new moon blessings. Enjoy this powerful cosmic energy. Bye for now.